Heard of the recent Beirut Blast that devastated the lives of thousands of people? What was the reason behind the blast, which made it one of the most powerful non-nuclear explosion in history? And why did this incident reflect on the city of Chennai to take strict actions?
It's been 3 weeks since the blast, and the actual reason behind the blast remains unknown. But the compound that was responsible for the blast is a highly reactive compound known as ammonium nitrate. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas, contributing about 78% to the Earth's atmosphere. With oxygen, it forms nitrate salts, most of which are used as explosives. Ammonium nitrate is a nitrate salt that is commonly used in fertilizers. It is synthesized by heating ammonia and nitric acid. Nitrate salts act as oxidizers and need a fuel to burn, but when an external temperature is applied to it, it initiates a self-accelerated decomposition reaction. Now, let us dive into the science behind the Beirut Blast.
According to a report, a fire broke out at warehouse 12 at the port of Beirut. Warehouse 12 was next to the grain silo where ammonium nitrate was stored, alongside a stash of fireworks. The first explosion might have increased the temperature high enough to initiate the decomposition of the salt. At a temperature of around 93 degrees Celsius, the solid ammonium nitrate sublimates, and the rate of the reaction increases until the melting point of 169 degrees Celsius is reached. The molten material vaporizes at a rate as the temperature is raised. At a temperature of about 210 degrees Celsius, another reaction begins, resulting in the formation of nitrous oxide and steam. This reaction releases heat, increasing temperature and pressure, and becomes more rapid as the temperature is raised. When ammonium nitrate is heated rapidly and the temperature is allowed to rise to a range of 260 degrees Celsius to 290 degrees Celsius, the decomposition reaction increasingly follows various side reactions in which higher oxides of nitrogen as well as elementary nitrogen, oxygen and steam are formed. These reactions are highly exothermic and rapid, and if the ammonium nitrate and the products of the side reaction are confined so that the temperature and pressure cannot be controlled, this reaction may become explosive.
This might have been the reason behind the explosion that occurred about 30 to 35 seconds after the first explosion. Reports suggest that 6 explosions occurred within a span of 11 seconds. This released a massive amount of heat and energy, which resulted in the expansion of gas that produced a destructive shockwave, leaving 300,000 people homeless, killing 170 people and injuring several. This event was detected by a US Geographical Survey as a seismic event of magnitude 3.3. After the explosion, the site was covered by a giant brown cloud of NO2, a byproduct of the explosion. This event was felt in Turkey, Syria, Israel, and some parts of Europe, and was felt in Cyprus, about 250 kilometers away from the site.
The Beirut explosion released an energy of 5 terajoules, which was equivalent to exploding 1200 tons of TNT, or you can say that it was 10% of the Hiroshima's bombing. In 2017, an estimated amount of 21.6 million tons of ammonium nitrate was produced globally. If all this was to explode at the same time, then the destruction would be equal to bombing 1122 hydrogen bombs or 56,103 atom bombs. Another deadly incident occurred on April 16, 1947 in the port of Texas. It was the deadliest industrial accident in the United States and one of the largest non-nuclear explosions. This incident, which involved 2,300 tons of ammonia, killed at least 581 people. The explosion was powerful enough to knock a person to ground, standing at 16 km from the site. The Beirut incident was so horrifying that it made other cities cautious, and one among them is Chennai, which took adequate actions to move ammonium nitrate from its port, which was held there from past 5 years. It's always better late than never.